I found him.
That's not possible. You have 48 hours to erase everything. Or you bought a war.
Yeah, I think one of the many sort of beautiful things that Denis was able to do in the film was to give you a working understanding somehow of the original without having to have seen it. He found a way to feather in the themes, plot lines, you know, aided the story he was telling, but somehow like armed you with the information you needed.
We love him.
Deeply love.
Deeply love him.
We all sort of auditioned to be in the movie before we knew what characters we were going to be. So I love the original so much. It's one of my favorite movies, and I'm just considered Denis one of the greatest living filmmakers. So those two things alone were huge sort of magnets that brought me towards the project.
For me, the same. Blade Runner and Denis Villeneuve were the big, yes, I would love to, but I'm probably never going to because a lot of girls are going to audition for this part, so don't think about, that whole thing. I had the chance to be able to work with so many different elements, such a rich palette of vulnerability, strength, humor, satire. I think, she's a fashionista. She's conflicted. She has so many sides to her, and I thought, that was just I was so grateful.
We have to go.
I'm coming with you. You don't need to see it to relate, and it is compelling, and you care about these characters, and yeah, for that I don't think you need to see anything.
Without a doubt, this movie is a standalone film, without a doubt. And I think you don't even need to see the first one. I think you get it. And the story is told. They're very particular, without using exposition. I think they're very smart in the way they tell this story. They can make it new and fresh. But I'm hoping that if people, haven't seen the first film, this will make them want to go back and see the first film. And the different versions of the first film, they're just very deep emotional stories that require you to put a lot of thought into.
Visionary. He's a special one.
This breaks the world.
He really knows how to bring heart to the character.
He's just he has such a huge inner world. His inner world is so magical, and he has, I believe, such a talent in communicating that world to his crew and his cast, and just creating this very safe environment where everybody feels that they can be vulnerable and just, improvise and try things and come up with ideas. I think he really has a very strong core of belief in his own ability.
I saw this movie right at the moment when I was starting to think about I was starting dreaming about the idea of being a film director. In a very strange secret meeting where Andrew Kosovi, one of the Alcon producer, asked to meet me in a place where nobody could recognize us, in New Mexico, where and he said it's very important. It needs to be. And Andrew came in a small cafe, and he sat in front of me, and he put an envelope. And on his envelope it was written one word, which was Queensboro. And he looked at me in the eyes, he said, Queensboro doesn't exist. That's the Blade Runner project. And that my heart skipped a beat. There's always some kind of sounds that we never heard before that are coming from technology that we don't know, carefully blended with the music. And the music being composed by Ben Wallfish and Hans Zimmer. We inspire ourselves from the soundtrack of the first movie, composed by Vangelis. We use the same instruments, trying to very old synthesizer called CS80 that is a beast, and it's like really difficult to play with that synthesizer, and it creates those insane and powerful sounds that you can hear in the movie. As we remember, in the first movie, our main character is drinking the iconic Johnny Walker drink and giving me the choice of different design of Johnny Walker bottle. So I had the privilege to choose the design. And that for me was a bit like unwrapping gift at Christmas, I would say.
It's a really rich and interesting world.